Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's DMG and welcome back to Blitz, and today you are going to see some fantastic replays of myself playing. This first one is actually of Azor Ahai, one of my friends in Straight at the moment, and I had the opportunity to meet Ace along with many other Michigan tankers at a Buffalo Wild Wings, actually. And I was able to have this fantastic game on Ace's account. You can tell it's me by the amount, or just simply by the large amount of flutter aiming that is seizure-inducing for my viewers. Anyways, this is the Tier 9 French tank destroyer, the AMX-50 Foch. Let's get into it. The ST-1, not too hard for the Foch to penetrate from the front. Great penetration. You know, the Foch's gun is fantastic. 3,400 DPM allows you to rip through targets with ease. While it may not be as good as a Jagdtiger, the mobility on this tank is fantastic. Something else that I want to note about this replay. This replay is of a stock tank. This is me playing a stock Foch. So when people say that Dark can only play gold tanks, or that, you know, you have no idea what it feels like to play a stock tank, let me tell you, I do, and I agree that it sucks, but it does not stop you from having fantastic games in a tank if you play it right, or if you have a little bit of luck. We're not going to get too lucky here as we miss a shot on the T-44 right from the front, and he just disappears right off the map. Okay, well, that's not too bad. So let's go for the side of the IS-6. Missed that one too, and I guess in this case, which really sucks, to add insult to injury, or in this case, injury to insult, I get penned by a waffle tractor through the front. Rightfully so. Now, like I said, it's not a full crew, so everything you see here is not as good as it should be. It only has the first 3 equipment, so no armor, no vertical stabilizer, no engine accelerator, no toolbox, right? You know, everything is slower and worse. However, you're going to see here that the Foch can hold a corner extremely well. I'm just going hull down at this small little fort wall here, and I'm just trying to put shots into the IS-6. I'm doing so somewhat effectively, but I'm sure a supercharge and a vertical stabilizer or a refined gun would be able to get the job done a lot easier and a lot more efficiently. That Patton, he tries going for my cupola, misses completely. I drive towards him just to make sure I can make sure he misses. That IS-6 keeps having a go at me. This is getting to be a very tense situation, and it is quite a tight game with a 3-on-3 score. Or I guess a 4-on-4, 3 tanks down for each side score, right? Now that IS-6 is trying to put shots into me. He keeps bouncing some of them, keeps trying to go for the cupola. Maybe he should try and switch for heat, but I'm not sure how effective that would be against the angled armor of the Foch. Anyways, I keep trying to angle to the IS-6, making sure that he does not get a good, easy shot into my cupola. The cupola is quite weak and can be penned by many different types of guns, even at Tier 8. And for the IS-6, given that he's running the high penetration gun, I wouldn't be surprised if 221mm of penetration slices right through the cupola of the Foch in the event he gets a hit. Now, I'm just sitting here waiting. It is important to not blow your HP right now. It is a 4-on-3 or in this case, it's still a 4-on-4. The game is quite tense. I keep trying to snipe the cupolas of the IS-6, but of course, the stock Foch is not doing me any extra favors in this moment. I just need to be careful, wait for them to make a mistake, and then absolutely use my DPM to wreck them. Now, I'm going hull down, just sitting, using that knockdown tree as a little bit of a silhouette just to try and mask my weak points a little bit. There's these really subtle things going on that I hope I'm pointing out that are just helping me get through this match. Now, I'm just going to sit here behind the wall. That IS-6 wants to get a little crazy and try and poke a little further. Again, I miss a shot, right? Vertical stabilizer, where are you? But it's a good game nonetheless. That IS-6 starts to make a mistake. That is the opportunity I was looking for. I put a round into him with AP, and then I go back to APCR, finish him off. He is down. Now I need to find where these other 3 tanks are. Hopefully I can catch one of them in this open clearing here if they're trying to cross. There's a T-44 right there. He's quick, but he's not quick enough. There's a shot right into the side of the T-44 for the kill, and now I am back into cover. I need to be quite careful as I am on a one-shot right now. Any sneeze from HE or any shot into my side will kill me. There's the Waffle Tractor. I try hitting his gun shield with HE. I get a nice hit. It damages his commander and his gun, meaning that he has worse accuracy and actually bounces me on the front and allowing me to put in another round for the kill. That is now a 3 versus 1 turned into a 1 versus 1, or in this case it was a 4 versus 1. Correct? Yes. Now, the last enemy is the ST1. I do not know how much health he is on. However, I do notice that the base has started to tick up, so I know exactly where he is. This is a very tough situation, as the ST1 does have a noticeable amount more of hit points than I do, and I need to be quite careful in my movement. So here I go into the ST1. That was a very lucky bounce by me. I think that he should have been able to pen me in the side, but I think the traverse on this stock Bosch was just enough maybe to get the bounce off the front plate. He's at it again. He tries doing the right thing and fires HE, but it gets absorbed by by the sides of my cupola or my gun. I don't really know where, but it prevents him from penetrating me. I come around the corner, turn just in time, and put a shot right through the front plate. Good night, sweetheart. That is the game. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 6,800 damage game and is the North American damage record. Good stuff there. Our next game will be on Dead Rail. Because I played Ace's tank that game, that inspired me to try and get the Foch. So here I am in the bathtub. This is a game I had on stream a few days ago that some of you were able to witness. You will see some classic tank destroyer play as I go to the left corner on Dead Rail and set up in a sniper's perch. Now the bathtub is a fantastic tier 5 tank destroyer and is almost similar to what I'd say a 183 in the effect that it has a lot of alpha, or the tortoise because it has a wide gun arc, but it's French. You know, you can still remove large amounts of HP from your enemies because of the large amount of alpha it has, while still maintaining your camouflage because of a wide gun arc. The tank has a little bit of armor, not too much to speak of, but this Electo has no armor and he's about to feel the pain of an HE shell, removing over half his hit points, similar to that of an FB-183. That guy's a little bit out of his league as I put in a blind shot right into his hull and end up taking him right out of the game. Electo didn't really even have an impact. Very good. Now that tank destroyer has been removed from the corner, allowing my team just to feel a little bit more comfortable. However, I'm putting in shots against that T-14 quickly, trying to rack up just as much damage as possible. I put in a blind shot right there, seeing if I can get lucky twice, and we'll see if that works out later, right? Anyways, into that KV-1, APCR. Now that I penetrated him, I feel comfortable trying to fire an AP round. I go for it. Does not really happen, though, so I go back to APCR, trying to just get that consistent penetration and damage across the field. Hit him again, and the KV-1 does stop to type, and the chat in these two games, or I guess in the two upcoming games, in this case, are so much better than the chat in the first game. People get very riled up, which is quite funny. And it's typical. It's not even like uni rage. It's typical 45% rage. But you know, okay. Aside from that, I keep looking for a shot on this Chafee. I do miss it there, and he ends up getting right across from house to house, and I end up having to wait. But he does make a mistake, take him right out of the game. However, it is a 5-on-2, and Mudslide is next on the platter for the red team's lunch. Now, unfortunately, Mudslide will not survive here, as he will get taken out by the red team, and I do bounce a shot on that PZ-54. Or 4-3, I don't even know what it's called. I do hit that shot there, and he calls me a nub. And then the other players on the red team start calling me a camper. Well, you know, it's a TD, you know, it doesn't have a turret. Do you want me to frontline with this tank? Well, actually, you've seen me frontline with this tank on my streams. Anyways, a 5v1 has been turned into a 3v1. I hit a shot on that Leopard. T-34 with the high rate of fire gun comes and rushes me. I put a shot on him. I track him. I go right into him to prevent his mobility from turning into a circle. And I'm able to put into an APCR round right through his front. And now I'm turning around, trying to get into the Leopard quickly. And I will be able to hit a shot right into the side there. Easy, easy, easy. Track him right there. he repairs, I believe, and then I will be going right into the Leopard again, trying to hit a shot. Don't hit it. For some reason, it derps into the ground for some odd reason. I have no idea where that goes. But regardless, that's what you get on the big jobs. I hit another shot into the Leopard for the kill, and now I am into a 2 versus 1. My engine, or my driver, has been dead, and now my engine has died too. A random blind shot from looks like the KV-1 or the T-14, most likely the T-14, has injured both of my mobility modules, and now I am very, very stuck, or I won't say stuck, but slow in this case. This is not very healthy. I have to wait in this agony before I get my multi-restoration kit back and I am able to heal both my modules at the same time. So right now I'm thinking, okay, that KV-1 or the T-14 is coming for me. I need to get the hell out of there as fast as possible, even though I'm going quite slow. And hopefully I make it across this plane quickly. I start panicking a little bit, and I have a little bit of indecision on what I'm going to do. Should I turn around here and see if I can catch the KV-1 off guard? Should I keep going to the other sniper perch and set up in a bush? What should I do? I start to turn here, thinking that maybe I should do this, but on a one-shot and don't have a lot of mobility. If I get rushed by 2 tanks, I am dead for sure. So this is not the best decision that I am making right now. I realize that, and I turn left again, going towards the enemy spawn. I'm going to try and get into the sniper perch from the bush. My multi-restoration comes back, I use it, and then I hit the engine boost, trying to get to that perch as quickly as possible to keep distance between myself and the KV-1. This is important because if I am spotted right now, I am dead. There's a 2-on-1 situation, and if I get even love-tapped by HE, I am dead. So I need to be quite careful on what I'm going to do. I thought I was going to go to a different sniper's perch, but I decided on this one. Hopefully I will get there in time. I need to set my camo in the bush, and hopefully I will be able to see the KV-1 or the T-14. Not in the bush completely. I turn. There's the KV-1. I see him just in time just to greet him right at the door with an APCR shell into the side. Now a 5-on-1 has been reduced to a 1-on-1. This is the best kinds of games that I enjoy playing. When you have this monster carry and you are able to decide the game in 1 or 2 shots, and you are on a 1-shot, these heart-pumping games are what I live for. Now, I'm going to try and spot the T-14. I have no idea where he is. The last time I saw him, he was around the enemy spawn, and Mudslide does take note of that. However, I'm thinking, okay, if I hit that blind shot, he is a 1-shot now if I hit that blind shot. If he's not, he's a 2-shot. So that means that I need to inspect the corners first. Get those out of the way so then I know where he isn't. And then I can just rush towards the middle at the end, and hopefully my 360 degrees of, I guess, vision will be able to spot the T-14. Hopefully, right? This is just a hopeful chance. Time is running out on the clock. I really need to spot this guy. There he is. He gets spotted. He is a 1-shot. That must have meant that I hit my blind shot earlier in the game. There he is. He's down. Good night, sweetheart. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that is a North American damage record. Not the top one like the Foch game, but still very good nonetheless. That is 2,800 and I believe 48 damage or something like that, right? I will upload that game to BlitzStars, and it will be quite lovely. This last game is of me trying the new IS-4 in the new Vineyards. I really like this tank, first of all. I think it's great. It's absolutely fun to play. However, the turret traverse is a bit slow. But you want to know a heart-pumping game? This is a heart-pumping game. Now, you are going to see a fantastic replay of just being able to use cover effectively, abuse terrain, and watch the IS-4's gun go to work. IS-4's gun is not by any means uber fantastic, but it is noticeably better than the IS-7's, meaning that you're getting a much better weapon than the IS-7, allowing you to put in shots consistently. Notice how it is a 9.6 second reload, and the heat penetration is 340 uncalibrated. Should you choose to run calibrated shells, you can easily pen the cheeks of a mouse with heat. Now, I'm going up to a medium spotting location, but I want to get stuck into this E75. I put a shot into him immediately and back down. Backing down on an angle tilts my armor upwards, and since I am backing up on an angle, that means that it is angled, I don't want to say twice over, but it really maximizes the effectiveness of my armor as I retreat. Good stuff there. Now, I'm just sitting here, and I bounce a shot from the E75, and I try to hit a shot on the E3. It doesn't really happen. I'm a little bit indecisive in this moment, but then I decide to help the Object 140 and the M103. We really need to get stuck into these tanks over here, and I accidentally do block this Object 140. I do tunnel a little bit, and he ends up eating a shell. I'm very sorry about that. I did not mean to do that, but hopefully we can get through this situation together. E100 exposes the side of the turret, and I am able to put in a shot onto the broadside of the turret and get a penetration, leading to a team kill. Very, very good stuff there. Try for a heat round on the cupola of the E75. It's still not on. I inadvertently blocked this not the T57, but the 140 again, and he eats another shot from the T57. Quite sorry about that again. I did not mean to. My apologies if I did, if I annoyed you. It was not my intention. There's an E3 over there. I need to be quite careful, but there's a grill over there that's really tasty. And that E75 first decides to poke, and he's out of the game right now. Now that grill and the E3, who do I go for first? Well, I'm not going to try and engage an E3 frontally, so I'm just going to try and put shots onto the grill from my hull down position. That HE shell gets eaten by a frickin' tree. That really pisses me off. But anyways, you know, that's what happens. Going back in another time, going for the consistent penetration right on the grill, letting him know that I'm in the game and I am able to pen him. Now, he's going to try and poke again. This time I load HE, and I'm able to put in a nice roll, just slightly above average on him, and I'm able to back off right before he shoots, and he bounces off my front plate. Great stuff there. Now I am back into the grill, don't have any other shots. That E3 wants to have a go at me, goes for HE, misses. Now this waffle tractor is going to come up on my left. Not necessarily the best idea for him. I say negative because I do not want him engaging an E3. He is most likely dead if he gets into a face-hug war. That is not his role. Should not be up there. But regardless, okay, that's not where I should focus my attention. There are one-shots here, and I am trying to win. I go for a shot in the WZ-121. I don't know where that goes. It goes right under, it looks like it goes under the hull of the tank and into the track. What kind of luck is that? So, I mean, there's good luck and bad luck, but that IS-8 eats it, and the FP4202 clears the 121 and gives me an opportunity to still carry the game. Now, I'm going to go right into this grill, see if I can hit good shots into him. I do hit an HE round into him, and now I try to go right for the gun shield and hit another one. Will I get it? High roll, please. Nope, not happening. He puts another one into me. I am now a two-shot for the grill or the E3. Oh, and there's the E3 coming right behind me. I noticed the little red arrow, and I need to get the hell out of dodge away from this guy. Need to climb up, and now I am safe. Very good. Now, this is a 2 versus 1 situation. This can be so easy if this FP4202 just flanks him. I mean, you see those basic diagrams of like tanks at each other, and then you see with if you have two tanks, you know, have the other tank, you know, draw this big arrow to go around to the back of the tank, right? Or of the enemy tank, and you know, it's like you think it would be easy, but it's not. Why does this FP4202 have to make the game so much harder than it has to be? You know, anyways, this FP4202 is going to eat it from the E3. He's going to take an enormous round and go on a one-shot. Not too healthy for him. I realize I can't pen the E3 reliably, so I just dip for HE and go right for a 100 damage roll. I figure something is better than nothing, and hopefully that will pay dividends later in the game. That FP4202 really eats shit in that moment and dies. You know, the whole team is yelling at him, rightfully so. There are so many better options you could have chosen, and this FP4202 has left me in a terrible position against this E3. So I need to try and make the best of it. Now, I really don't know what to do here. I don't want to go down there and engage the E3. That is a very bad idea, because if I get stuck in that corridor against him, I'm dead for sure. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do. However, if I keep him up here, see if I can like work some wonky gun depression angles, and maybe get a few shots in using my angles correctly, hopefully I can take this home. E3 starts to rush. He thinks he has me. My heart is starting to pound. I need to hit a shot on this E3. There it is. One shot in. I start to angle. Drive right into him to maximize my angle on the E3. And I hit a bounce. And then I hit another shot on him. I've hit 2 shots. He's hit 0. I need to be quite careful. I want to get him down on the ground, see if I can get around him. He doesn't really bite on that. I keep trying to get around him. I miss a shot there. He aims for me again. He pens me this time. I'm on a 1-shot. He's on a 2-shot. This looks like it's the end right here. I need to somehow get around him, but his traverse is too fast. He backs off. I track him again. He has another repair kit. Oh my god. And now I need to get around him. He keeps turning, but he's in the water. It slows his traverse. There's another shot opportunity. I hit the shot. Good night, sweetheart. That is the game for the IS-4. 5,000 damage and a mastery badge. I hope you have a wonderful World Cup if you decide to watch. If you like that content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. And if you didn't, please leave your constructive criticism in the comment section. As always, I appreciate the opportunity to share my passion with you today, and I hope to see you next time.